All right.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone, and good evening. So I'm just going to put on my camera briefly so that you can see my face. So we're just like about this, it's just like about five of us here, and I want it to be very interactive. So please respond, ask questions, feel free to, share comments, feedback, anything. And I trust that this meeting will be great. So I'm just going to put up my camera. I just wanted to put it on briefly so that you can see the person talking to you. All right, so I'm just going to do a little bit of introductions. My name is Chizurum Iguanfo, and I am the program manager at Propel. And a part of my JD is also ensuring that communities that we work with thrive, and ensuring that people in these communities get the jobs they need and the jobs they desire from Propel. And what we're going to be doing today is leading up to this. I know that we have a series of events throughout July, right? We're going to have someone from our recruitment and talent team come talk to you about CV writing, interviewing, and all that. But today we're just going to lay the foundation, and I'm just going to be talking to you about what Propel does, what you can expect from us, and then how to use let me use a word, use us, use Propel to get the jobs that you want. And then finally, and I think the most importantly, how our talent process works, what you can expect from us at every stage and every process. And I'm going to be sharing my screen. We're going to do this in two parts. I'm going to first of all show you how it's done, and then we're going to have someone, maybe Olulade or Desire or Ibrahim, just demo what I showed if you don't mind. So I'm just going to do a little Canva presentation. Then we do the demo. I do the demo. Then anyone who would love to try it out can now do it. And then we have questions and we call it an evening so that you can go and enjoy the rest of your evening. So just going to be sharing my screen right now. Please let me know when you can see my screen, Toby. Just let me know. All right. Does this work? Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay. I don't know why it is. Wait. All
Yeah,
right.
what did you say?
I was struggling with moving something.
Okay.
All right. So is the blue get to know Propel screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. All right. So I always like ask and I want to be double sure because I think sometime last year, around this time last year, I think that was August, I was in a meeting and I was sharing my screen and I didn't know I was sharing my bank statement because that was what I was looking at before I joined the meeting. And since then, I've been so careful about that. Okay, to the business of the evening, we're just going to talk about jobs, finance, and opportunities. And then, yes, a heads up. I know that we're supposed to talk about how you can use Propel's, buy now, pay later service and cash loans, to sort out your financial needs. And I was supposed to demo that, but unfortunately, the financial partner that we've integrated with has been having a downtime. So people are currently unable to make transactions, and that's why we won't be handling that today. The great thing is you're working on it, and by this time next week, Friday, it will be live and working. Then we can have that a little bit before we go into the business for next week. All right. So the first thing about Propel is that we are a community-powered platform that helps you find tech jobs, access embedded finance, and other benefits. So you might just be wondering, okay, what does this mean? How does it concern me? And what benefits is Propel, or what benefit is Propel to me? And I'm going to be breaking down what we do as it relates to you and the value we offer to you. So when we say that we're a community-powered platform, it means that we work with tech communities like Data Fellows, for example, to help you find remote jobs, either remote jobs, hybrid jobs, or relocation-based roles. So I will just explain the part of the relocation-based roles because remote and hybrid are like clear enough. So with relocation-based roles on Propel, what that means is that you get a job from an employer that is willing to sponsor your relocation, from where you currently are, for example, Nigeria, to the country of operation. So if you're Nigerian, for example, and you get a job with, say, a company in Berlin, and they want to, help facilitate your move and your relocation, you get those kind of jobs on Propel. So the first thing is that we're working with your community data fellows to help you find tech jobs that are either remote, hybrid, or relocation based. Then the second thing we're doing with data fellows, and we do with other communities in Africa, is that we provide access to what we call embedded finance. So we've had instances where people get jobs from us, but then they don't have the work tools to be able to do great work, right? And you know that the tool that you work with can either make or mar your job. And then we know that finances are not something that is so common around here. And then looking at inflation and although microeconomic situations and everything that has contributed to this, the cost of gadgets are like really, really, really expensive. I know that there was a time dollar got to 1,700, like $1 to a naira, and it was just so crazy. And the prices of like gadgets really, really skyrocketed. And it was about that time that, I my phone spoiled and I needed to get a new phone. And it was like, how can I spend this much on just a gadget? And we know that the cost of these things can impede the kind of work or the quality of work people do. So what we do is that we give you access to get these tools. So whether you're looking to get a laptop, you're looking to get even televisions, you're looking to get a smartwatch, you're looking to get a tablet, you're looking to get a phone, even down right to inverters and so many more. You can get that from Propel even when you are low on cash, and then you can pay back in your own time in installments. So that's the second thing. And then part of the embedded finance is also cash loans. We've realized that people's financial needs also go beyond gadgets. You get a new job, for example, when I started working with Propel a year ago today, actually, I transitioned from going to like I was doing my formal job was a hybrid role, and so I didn't really need like a table, a workstation, and all of that because I was doing 3 days at the office, 2 days at home, so it wasn't like a priority. But when I joined Propel, which is like a remote company, I realized the need to get like a table and chair and all of that. And we realized that for people actually starting their careers, finance or cash might not be readily available to them at that moment. And we also know that your needs also, go beyond, work and all of that. And that is why we're launching cash loans. And as you know, we are beta testing with your community. Data Fellows is one of the three communities that we're beta testing with. So if you also like to try that out, you can let Toby know right after this session, and he will tell you how to go about it. So once again, the first thing you can get from us is tech jobs. So whether it's remote, hybrid, or relocation based. Then the second thing is finance, whether you're looking to get gadgets and then pay back in installment, or you're looking to actually get cash loans from us, you can get that. And then the third thing you can get from Propel is something we call opportunities, which I put here as other benefits. And opportunities is simple. They are just short-term gigs that are created to provide you with, stipends or cash while you're job hunting. So we have clients, we have companies that are looking to expand to Africa or looking to do one thing or the other. For example, product testing, and they need techies like you to use that product because you are their target audience and then give them feedback. You do this over a period of time and then you get paid for it. So again, jobs, remote, hybrid, or relocation-based roles, finance, cash loans, and buy now, pay later, and then short-term opportunities for you to learn and for you to earn as you are job hunting. So we're going to go to the demo part of it. I didn't do this because I will explain while and when I'm doing the demo. It's on the platform, so I'm just going to skip it. The first thing is that you have to either sign up or log in. And right now we're making it so easy for you, so you don't have to go through the entire long process of onboarding. We just upload your details to Propel, and all you need to do is log in using propel.community. And once you are on that website, then you would see a login button. And then once you log in, all that will be required is your email address, and then you can click on Get Magic Code. A code will be sent to you, and you impute that code. And this is for new users anyways. So since we're not new users, we're going to skip right to this. So once you impute your magic code, then you'll be taken to your dashboard, which looks like this. And it's from this dashboard that you can apply to jobs. It is from here that you can track the status of your application. It is from here that you can save jobs so that you can always come back to it later. Maybe you saw the job when you're not yet ready to apply. You can save jobs here and then always come back to it later. It is also from this dashboard that you can buy those gadgets that you need. It is also from this dashboard that you can access cash loans. And then also from here, you can refer your friends for jobs. So we're working on a referral system where you get paid when I think the word is referee, actually gets a job. But for now, you can simply refer someone, without the financial incentive attached to it. So up next, I am going to be showing you how to log in, how to apply to jobs, how to track the status of your application, how to optimize your profile, which is very important because we do not send CVs to clients. We collect the CV from you for the purpose of, check, let me use the word check, meeting, or just ensuring alignment between your experience and what, the company is looking for. But at the point of, you actually getting to the stage of client interviews, what we're sharing with the company is your Propel profile, and we're going to get into that in a few seconds. All right. So as I said, the first step is to go to propel.community and then sign in. So this is it, and I'm going to sign in. All right. So this is what the website looks like. You can always scroll all the way down just so you can understand what we do, what it means for you again, just in case if you've forgotten, and then all the benefits that you can also get, because you're part of Propel. And then yeah, testimonials from other people. So yeah, you can see Pelumi, he's a data analyst and he belongs to Data Community Africa, and he got the job through Propel. So he's like part of another data community. And this is just to let you know that you can also like get a job and then use it and all of that. But where you are consigned with is simply to sign in, and then you'll be required to input your email addresses. Because I am a returning user, Propel tries to make the experience as smooth as possible. I'm a returning user and I have been logged in the past 1 week. In short, I even logged in this morning. So once I click on sign in, Propel will just bring out my community. I can click on it and I'm in. So you will only be required to just input your email and get your code if you haven't logged in over some time. So this is what your dashboard looks like. You can also go to getting started and you can just, watch this video we did with some communities talking about how they've partnered with Propel and the benefits to them. And yeah, just to see a list of tasks that you can, complete, from inviting your community members to completing your profile, to taking your first loan, to inviting your friends and applying for your first job. So we're just going to go to, of course, this is what a dashboard will look like. And what this just shows is the strength of your profile, which I'll show you how many new jobs I have, how many jobs I have saved, and how many I have applied to. And then some of the jobs I have applied to, just like a summary of where I am, in the recruitment chain and, all of that. So for you to apply for a job, it's quite easy. This is what your menu looks like. On your mobile, it will just be, I think they call it a hamburger menu, something that looks like three horizontal lines. Just click on it and then click on jobs. All right, and these are the list of jobs that are available. So you might not see these other roles on your dashboard because the kinds of jobs that you see on your dashboard have to do with the kind of community that you are a part of. For example, Data Fellows is mostly a data community. So what you mostly see is data jobs. But because I work with Propel and I'm not like tied to any community per se, this is a test community. You are just going to see like all of this. And again, if you're not seeing new jobs on your board, please do not panic. We try to update it between 2 to 4 weeks every single time. So if you're not seeing any new jobs on your board, it just means that we do not have data jobs right now, but we're certainly working on it to bring you more data jobs. So if you land on this page, you can scroll all the way down to look for roles that are available, and you can also filter your search, I think using this light green, whatever. So you can just click to select the kind of employment you want. If it's location, if it's remote, if you're someone who is very particular about working for a particular industry, you can select that too, and then salary range and then experience. And then once you're done that, once you're done and you want to remove the filter, you just have to uncheck the boxes and you're good to go. So let me see if there are open data roles at this point. I know we had at some time. Okay, let's try this Power BI. I know it's related to data, but I think I've applied to it before. I still open. All right, so I'm going to click on open to apply and I'm going to see what that looks like for me. So always ensure that you read through the job description because sometimes we have certain specifications. So this company, just wants someone that is based in South Africa because they would need you to meet with some clients and all of that. So ensure to read through, your JD and if there's any extra specification for you. And then, you read about the role, what you'll be doing, requirements, and then the skills that they need you to have, SQL, Power BI, and Azure. So let's just go ahead and apply for this job. So remember that I talked about, before we go into application, remember that I talked about the fact that you can refer someone. There's no financial incentive to it yet, but if you see this job and you know someone in your community who will be a great fit and who doesn't probably know about this, you can click on the refer button and then just type in their full name, their email address, a link to their LinkedIn profile if you want, their expertise, years of experience, and send, and then we'll just email the person and take it from there. And you can also save a job. For example, we're on this call and this is like a role that is very fit for your community and maybe your South Africa and all of that, but you want to take your time to read through it. You want to take out time maybe to refine your CV so that it can match certain keywords in this. You can simply save the job so that whenever you log in, you can, come in and just find it without having to go to the second page or do too much. So once you log in once again and click on jobs, you can click on saved jobs and see all the jobs that you've saved. Great. Can you see that this is the job I have saved? And it will also let you know the status of your saved job. So you can see all the jobs I have saved. I have applied to these two. These ones are still open and I haven't applied. And then these other ones I saved and I didn't come back to have been filled over time. And even from your saved jobs, you can simply click and begin your application, right? And yeah, so once you're done with everything, reading through the JD and all of that, your next logical step would be to apply for job. So just follow it. It's quite intuitive and you can just click on apply for job and that's it. Great. So sometimes there are screening questions, and sometimes all that will ask is you attach your CV or whatnot, right? But this has like a screening question. So it's going to ask how many years of experience you have in using Power BI and all of that. So it's on a scale of 1 to 9. So 1 being the lowest and 9 being the highest. So you rate yourself and just try to be sincere about it. And then, if you have proficiency in Microsoft SQL, yada, yada, and all of that, Azure tools that you're familiar with, are you okay with a 6-month contract? Have you worked in the supply chain industry and all of that? And then your CV. Now, the great thing about CVs and Propel is once you upload your CV, immediately you sign in or at the point of optimizing your profile, each time you need to apply for a job, your CV will be attached to it. You also have the option of deleting and adding a new one and all of that. So let's just assume that I filled everything here. Of course, this button will turn blue once. Okay, so let's just do it so you can see. I don't know any Azure too, so I'll just write XYZ. And yeah, I'm okay with a 6-month contract. And then have you worked in supply chain? Yes. So you see, once you fill in the necessary fields, then the submit button turns blue, and then you can submit your job. That's the first thing. All right. So let's go back to jobs. And yes, once you submit, you get an email from Propel letting you know that we have received your application and we are tracking it. Now, the second thing about yours, which is tracking the status of your application. So, where are you? At what stage of the recruitment process are you? Have you been accepted? Have you been rejected? Maybe use that like Nigerian lingo or whatnot. Have you been shortlisted? Have you been passed on for client interviews and all of that? So we will send you emails at every stage, but you can also be proactive and you can simply come in. So let's say, for example, you got the email but mistakenly deleted and maybe even emptied your recycle bin and all of that. You can still come back to your Propel dashboard and track the status of your application. And all you need to do is click on active applications and, you know, that's how you begin. All right. So it will show you active applications just contains is a tab for all the roles that you've applied to on Propel over time. So I applied for this associate product manager role, and I'm just going to go ahead and see where I am. So I think I was rejected for this role. So let's use this. I was just testing out something. So let's use this. All right. So once you apply, this ash button immediately turns green. And this is just to let you know that this is where you are at, this stage of the recruitment process. And then once you've gone through this and we are reviewing, we'll let you know that your application is currently under review. And then once it passes this stage, then you go through jury validation. And what this simply means is a process where we try to eliminate bias as much as possible. So it's not just one person looking at your CV, it is two, three people from the talent team that are looking at your CV. And the essence of this is just to ensure that you are a right fit for what the job requires. So we're not necessarily always looking for someone that meets 100% of all the requirements. We'll always say if you meet 70 to 90% of it, please apply. And once you meet at least 70 to 90% of these requirements, then there is a high chance that you'll be recruited. So once you're through jury validation, this group of people have looked through your CV, your portfolio, any other material that you submitted or supplied us with, and they find that you are a great fit for the role, then you will be shortlisted, right? And shortlisted means that at this point, we are passing on your profile to the client. So your profile gets to the client, and the client is impressed or the client loves what they see and all of that, then we'll let you know if you're one of the people that they are considering. And if you are, then it is at this point again that Propel meets with you. And the essence of the interview prep stage is because we want you to get the job. We are the ones that work with this client. We know what they want. We know the best way for you to approach your interviews and all of that. And it is also at this point that we are evaluating your readiness. So we're also going to ask you some questions just to gauge your preparedness. And of course, this stage will not be complete without giving you some tips just to help you through your job search. So we go through this interview prep with you. You can ask us questions. We tell you what to expect and what not. And once that you get through the first stage of your interview, and this is for everyone, and then the second stage, which you also call client interview, is let me say it's particular to some situations. So you know that some companies, maybe if you're going to work with a department, you meet first of all with the HR team, then maybe you meet with your team head. And let's say if it's since it's a data analyst or an engineering role, for example, you might have to meet with the CEO or CTO, sorry, or someone who is in charge of that department. And then lastly, you have your final stage interview. Sometimes people go through the first stage and then they get their offer, depending on the organizational structure of your prospective employer. But at a glance, these are all the stages that people go through, depending on each company. And then if you make it through, then you get your offer letter, and we're not taking anything from you. We're not taking a percentage of your salary. We are not charging you for anything. All you are doing is completely free. And then once you get your offer letter, of course, we'll still email you to congratulate you and all of that, and to also ask if you need help. We find that especially when people get relocation-based roles, we always have someone from our team who still works with them for at least the first 1 to 2 months to ensure, that they get settled in, they understand the company they are working in, and they do not have any issues. So we never leave you alone at any point or any part of the process. And if you're like me that does not know a single line of code or does not know how to write a single line of code, but was just trying something out, of course, by the time they just got my application, my CV and the JD was just a mismatch. They immediately let me know that I wasn't, shortlisted and all of that. So these are the processes that you will go through. And then for application error, this just occurs when maybe a candidate wants to remove their existing CV and attach a new one, and then maybe mistakenly attaches a document that isn't their CV. Of course, we're always going to email and let you know so that you can always attach the correct one. And this is what our process looks like. And so sorry, I'm going to shift this so that I can scroll down and do what I need to do. All right. Yeah, so profile optimization, which is something that we're going to get to, and I think is the last thing I said we will talk about. And this is the most important bit. I was trying to get a sample from one of our talents that has a well-optimized profile, but I was unable to get it before this meeting. So once again, once we reconvene next week, I'm going to just share that before we get into the business for that day. But to optimize your profile once again, this tells you that this is your notification button, and then this is like everything that has details about you. So you just click on this drop down menu, close to your name and avatar, and then click on my profile. All right. And this is just your name, your job description. So mine has community admin, but I'm an admin of a test community. So that doesn't matter. But for you, if you're a data analyst, for example, this will be a data analyst and then the number of applications that you make. And here is, your resume or CV, which you can always update according to your preference or your choice or whatever the case is. Now, this is where your CV will be. And then your personal information, you can always edit if it changes from your full name to your email address to gender and country of residence, phone number, and then your about. This was written by so we have this internal tool that works with you to help you create your profile. So once you upload your CV, internal tool like passes your information and then fills in all these fields for you, right? But remember, see what this thing wrote for me. So it says Igwanko has an experience in the domain of other services, whatever, whatever. This is not who I am. And the information is not, of course, 100% accurate because it also uses AI. So this is why we always talk about doing the optimization yourself. You know your career story and nobody can tell it better than you do. So we give you a chance to do that. So you can just click on this and then you're able to edit your bio, which we call your about. So from here, I can just clean it and then write any other thing that I want to write, and that will be it. And then you can save. All right. And then you can go down and add your work information. So someone might be asking, okay, so why do I have my CV and why do I have to do the profile? So remember, the CV is for internal use and your profile is what we pass on to clients. And also, additionally, we've realized that, of course, CV should not be more than 2 pages as advice. And sometimes this can be limiting, right? There are several other details you've done. There are several other things that you want to tell us, and that is why we've created this profile so that you can be able to impute all of that at a glance. So from all the things that you've done, your primary role, which is maybe your last role or the one that you currently hold, and everything about it. And then you can save your this is the work info is primarily either the job that you have currently or your most or last most current role, and then you save that detail and that will be it. And then work experience, all the places that you've worked. And again, pro tip, always ensure that you're filling these fields with details that are relevant to the kind of jobs you want to apply, on Propel. So you can fill in all of this and either save your work experience. You can also fill it in and also add as many as possible. So we're also giving you a space to brag. What did you accomplish? You know, we also give you tips, right? Start with each statement with a solid action verb. Also include specific technical words with sample data if you have that, and then just ensure you fill out that field. And then downright to your education. Most of our clients, not most, actually, some want to see, where you went to school and all of that. So you can add that, and you can also add what you accomplished while you were at the university. And then your skills, you can always edit to add or remove. And then, so we group skills into general skills, which everyone who, is looking to build a career should have. And then technical skills, skills that are particular to your industry. So for a data person, you might actually be very good with Excel. You might be very good with Power BI and, all of that. And then interpersonal skills, communication, ability to work with a team, someone that takes initiative and all of that stuff. And then again, your portfolio, which is a very important bit of it, your project title, a description of what you worked on, a description of what you worked on, and then your project URL. And then if there's an image for it, it's optional. You can add that and then either save the project if you have just one, or if you have multiple, you can save and add another. And that will be it. I guess I'll stop sharing my screen. Does anybody have any questions? Of course, we should have questions. So I'm here. Ask me any question that you might have about Propel, about jobs, about profile optimization, about all the things that we talked about today. Yeah. Anyone? Okay. Yeah, Victor, please go.
Okay, thank you so much for the amazing presentation. So while you were doing the demo, I was also, I'm part of the Data Fellows community, right? And I've created my accounts like a long time, like right from the initial partnership, right? But I think I was having some issues with maybe modifying some details. So I left it all alone because I think some of the features were still in progress. So I felt okay, maybe this was like an initial bug that will be resolved. So I just logged in again to my account. I can see there's much progress. I mean, earlier on, I noticed that the job offers, or rather the jobs that were available on my profile were really, really limited. But I think you mentioned during your demo that the jobs that will be available to you is because of the community you belong in and not actually because of your role. I mean, Data Fellows is a community that spans roles like data engineers, data analysts, machine learning engineers, data scientists, right? So, and at the initial time I created my account, I think I mentioned to Toby, I think when I think we had a previous demo one time from your team. I mentioned that I'm a data engineer by profession, right? I couldn't find a data engineer place to put on my like my career, right? So
Yeah.
the other alternative I saw was data analyst. So I don't know. I still can modify that, and I don't know if maybe that in any long run affects the kind of roles because those I saw now, I didn't see any
Sorry,
data engineering
Damola, it seemed
role.
like is it me or you were breaking? So
No,
you choose the
Okay,
room, it was breaking, right?
no, I can hear him clearly.
Okay,
Very
you can
loud.
hear me clear. Okay, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
my network, sorry.
Yeah.
okay. Can I continue?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah. So I noticed that, well, you already mentioned that the roles that are available on my portal is because of the community I belong in, right? So I checked my portal now, like all I can see is maybe Power BI engineer, director of engineering, some other roles. And when I even check them out, they've all been, I think Propel has this place where you can see if the role has been filled. So
Yeah.
most of them are filled. And I also noticed that it still shows data analyst. I can modify that place that says I'm a data engineer. So maybe recruiters now, maybe I don't know if that's going to affect the kind of roles that come on my portal maybe in the long run, because right now I've still not seen a data engineering role that maybe I can apply to. Most of the things I'm seeing here are senior analysts, Power BI engineer that deals more with data analysis than actual data engineering.
It affect chances. But let me also explain why you're not seeing more of, I think you said your data engineer. So the thing is that we have like, so at the point of onboarding, I'm sure you feel like that drop down that asks you for, your role and your job description or whatnot. And the thing is that we do not have like data engineering on that yet. But I know that one of the things on our roadmap is including more rules. And what this translates to is that our sales team, which is the team that is charged with getting these jobs, we'll look through the roles that people are. So it's our fault, none of your fault. But I'm just trying to explain to you how it works. How the know what communities and our users need is that they also work with data. So they will look through like the roles that people have filled in, and then they will get jobs in accordance to those roles. So we've not had a data engineer role because prior to now the product has kept it a bit limited at least, and this happened when we signed on initial communities and all of that. So there was no data engineering role. So the sales team wouldn't actually know that there is a need, to find or get a data engineering role. But we've also realized that because one of the things we start talking to communities about is, ask your members to, just bulk upload member details so that we can work with this data and we can see what we're missing when it comes to providing jobs that are relevant to communities and users. So we can pass this on to our sales team, which will now bring rules in accordance to this. So this is our fault. And thank God I'm recording this thing. I am going to take it back to both engineering and sales, and we will improve it. So sorry for the box that we've put you in. It's our fault, but it's also something we're trying to like on right now. Yes. So just to make more room,
Okay.
because we can have an eye on all the rules that are springing up daily. So it's also giving more room to for people to fill in options that are not in our drop down menu, so that our talent or our sales team rather can begin to work with that data and get relevant jobs. So sorry about that. Sorry, I need to make this
Oh,
call.
yeah, not a problem. I just thought to bring it to your notice just in
Yeah,
case you know.
yeah,
Thank you so much.
that was such like solid feedback. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just going to get this part of the record and just share, internally. So thank you so much for sharing. Grateful.
No problem. You're welcome.
All right. Thomas, Ibrahim, Sayar. Does anybody else have any question? Okay, so I think not. But just before I hand it back to Toby, who is an awesome, awesome community leader, I'm just to remind you that if you have community bodies, just let them know that next week we're going to take like a very like deep dive into CVs and whatnot. And I'm going to be getting someone from our talent team to talk about this in depth, and it's going to be very practical. We will review one or two CVs on the call so that you can also know maybe what you need to improve on. We also talk about the controversial topic of CV formats and templates and all of that. So it's just make it a date with us. It's Friday 6 p.m. the same time. And you can also invite someone. I don't know if it's open to people that
Hello,
are non-community members, so you
good
can
evening.
do that.
Uh,
Who's talking? Ibrahim. Okay.
yeah, please, can you hear me loud and clear now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. I'm Ibrahim. Thank you for the awesome presentation, and I understood all what's your demo. But my own question now is that since when I've been navigating on Propel, only one page is going through, which is the job aspect. But the thing is that I'm trying to check the cash loan aspect because we were told that you should we will be able to obtain loan from Propel. Then we
Okay. Thank
click
you,
on.
Ibrahim. Go on, go on. I thought you were done.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, we can.
Okay, yeah. Can I continue now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah. So I've been trying to navigate on the cash loan aspect to obtain the loan, but I'm unable to get that. Even I've been trying to click on the aspect as in the page using my
Mhm.
phone that is clicking. I go through my getting started because I used phone. It shows me that I've completed like out of 4 tasks, I've completed just only one.
Okay.
Okay, So I want to take your first loan. I've been trying to click on it since, but it's not going.
Okay.
So that's where I am now. Even I want to invite friends, it's not clicking on my phone too. Maybe I'm not, it is the phone because I've not been using system with it
Mm.
since I've been navigating on Propel. So what is the problem? So
Okay. Thank you so much, Ibrahim. So it's whatever device you're using shouldn't affect it. But the first
yeah,
thing about cash loans, sorry?
I thought as much. So I thought as much.
Yeah. All right. So the first thing about cash loans that you mentioned is that cash loans is not open to everyone yet. So it's showing beta here. It will only be open to you or be going through on your dashboard if you indicated interest to be part of our beta tester. So did you indicate interest?
No, it didn't even show at all. I didn't. I have been trying to click on it, but I don't know what to do.
Can you share your screen? Because everything on finance shouldn't be showing. It
Ah,
should be
okay, let
showing
Okay,
me.
that.
so I think Ibrahim, like she's saying, did you fill the form? You filled the form, right?
Yes, yes, as in the Google form.
Yeah.
Yeah, I but
Yes,
he's part of the people. Children, he's part of the people that filled yesterday.
Please share your screen. Share your screen, please. Don't mind. Thanks.
my
Sorry, what
network
did
is
you say?
No, I'm saying you should
my
just
network is breaking. I can't hear you clearly.
No, it's a network. I can't hear it
Oh, I'm
clearly
canceling.
too.
can you hear me now?
Yes, I'm hearing
It's
you now. I'm
yeah, I
hearing
can hear you.
Okay, so I was saying Ibrahim, can you share your screen so I can see?
you. The thing is that I've not been navigating on my laptop. I'm using the phone to
Yeah, you can share.
the
Share with
phone.
you. Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
try on your laptop?
Okay, let me try on my laptop.
Le-
I'm viewing your whole screen with my laptop here, but maybe I should log into properly using my laptop. Should I?
Yeah, anyone. Even with your
Okay,
phone,
Yeah,
it should
then if
be
you can
working on
join the
both.
Zoom, so you just share.
okay. Let me share my screen now.
Okay.
Okay,
So I'm also trying it on my phone just to all see if
proper
everything.
community.
Yeah.
I'm still a novice with this, I don't know how to share my screen here.
Are you using a phone?
I'm using the laptop now.
So choose room, please. Can you like show me share your screen on yours? Because I'm joining with my phone. Maybe you can share a screen to show him where to click share.
Uh-huh.
So Ibrahim, can you see my screen?
Yes, I see.
Why is this not now showing? So here, just this place that has share. Can you see?
Okay,
I don't know if it's because I have admin showing here, but on your own, either check for here or any place that you see more. It should be in either of these places.
okay.
Okay,
Let me
let
check
me
it
stop
again.
sharing so you can try.
Okay.
Did you find it?
Okay, I've seen share screen.
Yeah.
So please. So, okay, so now please maybe not to waste much of your time because I need to learn this. I'm still a novice navigate.
You're not wasting my time. That's fine.
Okay. Let me now come down. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay, where should I go now?
Propel the community. Your URL is wrong. I can see
Okay.
prep.
Community.
Yeah.
Okay.
So open a new tab.
I should open a new tab. Okay, from there for now. Okay.
Just this plus sign. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah. No, there's Propel the community here already. It's corrected you. So just click on this. The first search in the first search result. Yeah.
this one.
Yeah. Click on it. That's
Okay.
to accept all.
So login.
All right. So
Okay,
log
sign in.
in. Oh, yeah, sign in. That's it. So your email address. Yeah, that's right. So check your email for a code. You can just open Gmail from here or from a new tab, any that works for you.
Triple two 021.
So try again. We have 35 seconds before it expires. Check your code again. You can just
Okay.
copy the code and just paste so that you don't miss anyone.
Okay. Okay, I've seen the, what is it called? 21, 22, 20.
Yeah, 6
Sorry,
seconds. You have to
I
request that.
logged, as in I used my phone, so I'm copying from my phone.
Don't worry. Request for a new code. That one has expired. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you again.
Sorry, Ibrahim, the code has expired. She's saying you
Has
should
expired.
request for a new code.
Okay,
Yeah.
I should
Request
request a
new
new
code.
code.
All right. So check and now paste it again. Clear this one.
Okay.
Check and now paste it again.
Okay. I'm checking it now.
Have you seen the new one?
I've seen it. Yes, I've seen it. I've seen it now.
So just clear everything here. It should just automatically log you in. Hold on. Let's wait for it to elapse. There's no login. Automatically, the code is correct. Hold on. Don't request yet. All right. So request new again. Just
I should request new again.
yeah.
Hope I'm not. Hope I'm not wasting your
So
time.
open Gmail from here. Just
Okay, I should open the Gmail from here. Okay.
yeah. See the open that needs this page. Yeah. So open Gmail. Yeah. No. Here.
No.
Gmail. Oh. Okay. Don't worry. Just impute email address again. Let's start. Yeah. Get magic code. Too many attempts. You've tried too much. So for security sake, it won't give you a magic code till like 477.
Okay.
Shit.
So maybe.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. No. Maybe next time
There's no need to apologize.
I will try it after the class. I'll try it after the class. But the thing is that I've been trying to get as in to click on the other aspect is not going through, and I've complained
I
to.
just did it now. I did it now. But
You did it now. Is it because I didn't use my laptop to do it? Because
no,
you
I'm
said
doing it on my phone.
on your phone.
My phone.
Even the page is still open on my phone. Yes, this is it on my phone. I'm trying to click on it, but it's not clicking.
Okay.
Even I pass through the dashboard, and then it's giving me the jobs. I want to search job, and it gives me the job, but others I'm unable to click on it. My wallet coming some cash loan coming some free products. So that is what I'm seeing on my own phone here.
Okay. Can you drop your email chat box for me so I can double check the products? And are you free tomorrow? I can see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. So are you free for 4 p.m.?
4 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we make it 6 p.m. in the evening?
I have a speaking engagement.
Okay, because okay, maybe what about 5?
Great. That's great. So let's
Uh,
take it.
you say what?
Yeah, that's great.
That is
Yeah.
great. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Can you
I'm
drop
trying.
your email in the chat box?
Yes, I'm typing my email address now.
Yeah. You can also stop.
Say what?
You can stop sharing your screen.
Okay, okay. I should stop sharing my screen.
Yeah, but share your email first so we don't so I can know you and read. I got it. Thank you. So I will
All right.
mail you tonight and send you a calendar invite. We both don't
Okay.
forget. I'm actually
Okay.
even doing that right now. So
Thank you.
and I'm sending you an invite. Just kidding. All right. So I sent an invite to you. So just accept it. So we can just have that call tomorrow and
Okay.
we can hash it out. Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much for bringing it to my attention.
All right. All right. You're welcome.
All right. Is anybody else having issues with getting loans? Anybody that indicated interest? Has anybody experienced the same problems?
No, I
Any?
haven't gotten any other complaint.
Okay.
He's the only one that is the one I told you about that was
Mm,
complaining about. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but like in the back end, have you been able to like track like has anybody like taking loan?
I don't have access to that part of the back end, so I'll have to escalate to work. And this is like 7, so everyone is out of office, so that will be till Monday.
Okay, no
Okay.
problem. I just wanted to know.
I'll have to submit update by Monday.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. And thanks again, Ibrahim, for graciously sharing. I appreciate it. I sent you
Oh,
a calendar invite so we can meet tomorrow and work it out.
okay. Hello, please. Did you send an invite to my mail or where? Because
Your
I'm not.
email.
Okay,
Check
okay,
it.
okay. I'll check my mail. All
And if you have any issues or need, you can always reach out to me. You can share my contact.
right. Okay.
All right. Thanks,
Thank,
Toby.
thank
Over
you.
to you.
Yeah, so I think that's like literally much of it, guys. Thank you a lot, Chizorum, for this. Can you hear me? Okay, yeah, muted, yeah. So thank you a lot,
Yes, I
Chizorum, for this session. Like, really appreciate, and we are looking forward to the remaining sessions. Yeah, and also thanks to Propel for like being amazing. I think it's I don't know if it's I think it's August, maybe August or September that we started with Propel like last year. And yeah, it's been a great journey. So we hope to do more together. Yeah, so I'll just say that probably what you said about next week, where we are going to be holding next week, the platform, because I don't know if you can just clarify that, because I know that when this session is done, you send me the recording. I'm going to put it like on the YouTube. So just for people that would watch it later, they'll be able to get the communication, except from the fact that we also send like information about where to be hosted. Since you said this Zoom will be used for another meeting.
yeah, yeah. So our best bet is Google Meet, but I still haven't figured out. So I know we use TLDV to record on Google Meet, but I'm using the free version of TLDV. So and it doesn't allow me to download to my laptop. We have to watch it on their site. So can you just give me until so it's sure Google Meet. It's very sure a Google Meet. But I'll just figure out recording. If I have to pay for TLDV so that you can be able to have access, I'll do that. But it's sure Google Meet. And I'll share the link tomorrow. I have to shift to somewhere like right now this evening, and I won't be home till tomorrow. So once I settle it tomorrow, I'll create a
All
link.
right. Okay, that's awesome then. Thank you so much.
To be. Thanks everyone. Thanks for going down
You're
for that.
welcome. You're welcome. We really appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you so much for insights and questions.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Ololade. Finally. Oh my God. I feel
I'm so
special.
sorry. My network has been on and off.
Yeah, I know. I noticed. I hope you'll be part of next week's session.
I
Next week will
will.
be same time, isn't it?
Yeah, the same time.
Same time. All right.
Yeah.
We
All right,
hope to
people.
meet again next week. Thank you very
All
much.
right. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
So, Mr. Toby, we really appreciate you for all this you are doing for us.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.